All right, so today is progress day. So this is the progress that we're doing right now. So you can tell behind me we have white walls, and if you look over here, you have the beginning of some of the stuff that's going to go on those white walls. So I think, is this backwards? Is that backwards for you? I think it's backwards. But anyway, when I look at the camera this way, it's backwards. When I turn it around like this, it is not backwards. So let's do this. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, okay, so anyway, yeah, it's backwards. But yeah, so, and I got some of that, some of the playbills and whatnot that I did, some theater and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna be putting this stuff up on the walls and getting the set ready. And yeah, so I'm excited about all this. So I hope that you are, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So I will check in later when we have more stuff. Okay, ciao. All right, so I guess it's time for the big reveal. So I'm gonna take you guys in, and we're gonna go check out and see what it looks like. So yeah, so basically this is the entrance. So we're walking into the entrance, and you go into the Kyle's film garage that has all the stuff in it that I've talked about before, which is behind me, which is in the other videos. But you go, all that stuff is what it is. You can see the other videos to find out what that stuff is. And then we're gonna go into Kyle's film garage, walking backwards. It's kind of a thing. There's that step again. Oops, sorry, just put the jiggle. So yeah, the big reveal of the set right there. That is what it's going to be, Kyle's film garage. So I hope that you dig it. It's got a bunch of cool stuff in it. And all right, so I'm going to give you a basic rundown of like what's on the wall right now, and then I'll make different videos, with individual stories. But so here's the breakdown here. Okay, so Prince. I grew up listening to Prince. I listened to like basically everything that he ever made, and think that he's probably one of the most talented musicians of our time. So yeah, so I got that there tapestry when I was in high school, and I have kept it ever since. And let's see, this right here, that's from Fishbone. If you don't know Fishbone, look them up. Super funky band. And Angelo gave that to me when my wife and I were at one of his concerts. So I had met him a long time ago at a apartment of one of his ex-girlfriends. So yeah, so that's Fishbone, Angelo, badass. Okay. So then we're gonna come down to here, and I have some of my stuff from plays that I did. Rand Hopkins, Pedestrian Crossing. It was about a brain injury. So I did that in Atlanta. And so he has since passed away. R.I.P. Rand. I know you are with us and watching me talk about you right now, and you're awesome. So let's see. So Hello Dolly, Man of La Mancha. Those are from my high school performing arts in Houston. And so those were some of the couple of musicals that I did. My first couple of musicals, actually. So let's see, going down to here. I don't know where I had a poster at one point for the chair. That's the chair with Roddy Piper, horror film. You can check that out on Tubi or Amazon. And I do have I have stories about that, and I will tell them all. And this is Last Dance with Sharon Stone, and I was killed by Sharon Stone in Last Dance, so that was good stuff, and that was one of my second film. So actually, my character was the reason that film happened. So basically, Sharon can attribute all of her fame to me and my character, and I will tell you that story at some point. Andersonville, directed by John Frankenheimer. And so that was shot in or near Atlanta. And I played 3 characters in that, directed by John Frankenheimer. It's about the prisoner of war camp in Andersonville, Georgia. And that is actually where I met some of the actors that you will see in Preacher 6. It's where I met Peter Murnick and Carmen Argenziano. And they were in Preacher 6. And so they were awesome. And so I have stories on that, and I will share those as well. So let's see. These are a chorus line. I played Mike in a chorus line. If you know a chorus line, Mike is a character that says, "I'm watching Cisco pitter pat." Dun, dun, dun. Said, "I could do that. I could do that," and he starts like dancing all over the place and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, and that's kind of been like my life is I can do that. So Mike is he's my spirit animal, and the contrast by Royal Tyler. Um, it's kind of funny. It's some parallels to these times, but so that was yeah, 1787. I believe it was the first. It was the first comedy, the first American comedy. Yeah, celebrating the 200th anniversary. So it's, yeah, and Measure for Measure. That's Shakespeare, and so I've done quite a bit of Shakespeare in my time. And this is Zombie with a Shotgun. So I tweet about that every day. So if you have not seen it, why haven't you seen it? Because you should have seen it by now. And so yeah, it's on Tubi, and it is also on Amazon, and it's also on Google Play, and it is, I believe, you can rent it on YouTube Movies. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Some really super freaking hot days there, and so did that in New York, in the hottest days of New York, and of that summer. And this is Preacher 6, which is in post-production right now, and that's coming along swimmingly. Lots of visual effects, and if you know anything about visual effects, they take a lot of time. So lots of rendering, lots of passes, lots of creating, all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, so thank you so much for hanging in there, and thank you to everyone who has made Preacher 6 possible. And so you can check out that at Preacher 6 on Twitter. You can check out some of the stuff there. And this right here is a painting by my grandmother, Reina Marie Del Rio, Reina Marie Hester, which is where I get my name, and she is the Spanish, French, Creole, Louisiana connection, and so yeah, and then of course you have your, you know who that is. Oh yeah, that guy is that guy's friend. So yeah, and I have my Thor statue that was a gift for this set by my wife. And if you know anything about me, you know my connection to Thor. And so that's all good. And yeah, so that's where I'll be sitting. Anyway, so that is kind of like the brief rundown of the set, and lots of stories to be told. And thank you all so much for joining me here. And yeah, let's do this. The sneak peek, the breaking news of Kyle's Film Garage set is done. So you have seen it from the beginning to right now, and now all we have to do is just do stuff from the set. And thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you soon.